So hi, I decided to record the full session again because we have kind of like a problem with the sound. I don't know exactly what was it. So I'm going to be recording exactly the same thing that we did in the session without the people. So that's going to be the difference. But it was a really good session, and I really want you to have the last of the exercise, the NLP hypnotic session. So let's do that, and then I can actually upload it in my YouTube channel for you to read it. So before we start, what I asked if anybody did something to get out of your comfort zone last week. Did you change your nail polish maybe last minute, or did you do anything? So just, if you do, just press pause on your video right now, so you can actually think about it and maybe just write about it. Did you do anything to get out of your comfort zone last week? So today we will start talking about self-care, and I would like to say that we need to ensure we do check-ins with ourselves all the time, that we are okay. How's my capacity? How are my energy levels? And just because we're learning so many things, so many tools each week, doesn't mean that you have to use them all at once. Sometimes you might need to put things on the shelf and save it for later, and rest and digest and calm your brain and your soul. So first, let's talk about self-care scheduling. This is an amazing and useful tool, especially for those who have full calendars or tend to make sure everybody else is taken care of, but are totally ignoring their needs of self-care and wellness too. We say we don't have time, but we need to schedule self-care and fun activities for ourselves. Because when we say no to self-care, we're saying yes to other things that can be damaging for our health, like overworked, always in a hurry, never time for ourselves, being alone. So you might see these self-care and fun activities as a low priority compared to other activities in your life. Other activities that might seem very urgent, like work or cleaning the house. But if we remember the octopus exercise we worked with 2 weeks ago, and the rocks, he used to have the stability on the most difficult times. We all found that we use many unhealthy rocks from the left column, right, to grab ourselves into like social media or booze or isolating ourselves. Okay, so we are actually using a big amount of time doing things that are not entirely healthy for us. We might end up scrolling down Instagram for hours and hours, but we keep saying we have no time to meet a friend, or to go to a yoga class, or to go to an online class like this one, or even to go to a one-to-one session, coaching session, or to your psychologist, something you keep delaying, right? Something so important for your 360 well-being. But we have time for endless social media scrolling or Netflix binging. So this is important, even if the house is a complete mess like mine right now. And even if there are other important things that we could be doing, we need to find time for ourselves. And we must respect our boundaries to stick to those plans. We cannot cancel on ourselves all the time. We must respect our yoga class, our meditation time, our journaling time, our exercise time, our walking, our coffee, bulletproof coffee, our chat with friends. So what I want you to do is to set a calendar, and you can do it for like a month at least, maybe the rest of November, and schedule an item of self-care or fun for every single day of the week for the next 30 days. Okay? You can use Outlook. For me, Outlook in my computer and on my phone is the only way to go. But you can have your, well, I have some in here, but like your diaries, your paper ones, anything that you work and you have a look at what you do every single day. What are your to-do list for the day? Okay, anything there. So to make it even easier for you, what I'm going to do is just to read just a few ideas, quite a few actually. And I would like for you to write a list right now, as I'm speaking, of bullet points of things that you might be willing to do from my list, okay? Things you will commit to do this month for your self-care. And once you have a few in your list, you can commit to insert one per day in all your days of November, okay? Let's start and see how it's coming along. So my suggestions for self-care are: take a hot shower or bath with salt. Make a cup of tea. Journaling 10 minutes. Tidy up an area of the house. Call a friend. Text a friend. Hang out with your pet. Go for a walk. Just step outside of the door and get some fresh air. Listen to music. Watch some fun TV. Watch a movie. Play a board game. Connect with your family. Do something to connect with your family. Meditate for 10 minutes. Go ahead and do your favorite hobby. Swimming. Go for a bike ride. Dance at home. Singing. Draw. Paint in a paper or a wall, or any manual art. Cook a meal, nice one, 3-course meal. Bake a cake. Paint your nails. Get your washing done nicely. Sort through your clothes, declutter. Try an adventure activity, something new. Enroll in an exercise class, a different one. Go to the gym. Go to your yoga. Do a stretching class. Maybe join a free online exercise class. There's so many right now. Go into Facebook and find daily free online classes. Clean your social media account, whatever that means to you. Maybe you can declutter your phone, your messages, your photos. Wash your hair lovingly. Get a massage. Go into the sauna. Have a face mask. Listen to a guided audio meditation. Go to the library. Sit in a cafe and enjoy a drink. Go to the beach. Find a river. Go to a park. Read a book, maybe 1 hour. Maybe invent a recipe with whatever is on your fridge. This is great for perfectionists, actually. Play an instrument. Build something. Practice mindfulness. Take another online class. Go shopping. Plan a weekly menu for your family and for yourself, a healthy one. Write down your goals, for real. Maybe write a love letter for someone else or for yourself. Plan something specific with your friends. Go out for dinner. Go out to movies. Go to the hairdressers. Go to the spa. Okay, so obviously there is a million more things you would like to do, but give me maybe a number of how many are you going to put in your calendar for the month from the ones that I read. You can double them up, obviously, but ensure that you have enough to fill up the calendar for the next 30 days. Some things are actually quite tiny, but also easy to forget, like to take a bubble bath, okay? But or to make a super nice cup of tea maybe in a ritual way, but because you schedule them, you write them down in a calendar, you know you're actually prioritizing these activities, and try to do whatever that activity is in a mindful way. So you are very aware of the time you're using when you are doing it. It is self-care time for you. That is your self-care time, okay? So there will be probably some resistance on using your valuable time to look after yourself. Maybe some emotions may arise. So I encourage you to sit in that discomfort on purpose and be very mindful and just observe those thoughts and emotions like a cloud and let them go, not judging them. Maybe you can notice if your inner critic is coming up or any limiting core beliefs are coming up, and just let them go. Okay. If you already have a schedule, some activities that also count, of course. So, some of you actually are amazing on self-care and you already have like daily routines to do. Some of us actually, we are not that great. So we need to make sure that we have them written down as a consultation with a new client for an hour. Then I have an hour of my hiking or my walk or my yoga class. Okay. So I will not skip it because it's in my diary. And if it's in my diary, I need to do it. So I'm sure you do also some of the more boring self-care items, okay, like declutter your phone or declutter your wardrobe. It's going to give you so much clean energy, so much positive energy, just to declutter, get rid of things that you don't use, that you don't need, that they just, provoke so much weight on you. Just get rid of it. Give it to charity. Just get rid of it. So let me know how many, or just count how many you manage to agree on inserting in your calendar. Okay, so and how many that you actually need more to decide, or maybe you need to double them up. So as this is a session before the last session, homework and new tools will stop coming from me unless you decide to carry on working with me in another way. There's many ways that you can actually carry on working with me. It's actually great that you can carry on with that calendar or self-care and have something going on every single day for the entire month, or even until the end of the year. So every single day, you're going to write down something that you have to do to look after yourself. And to look after yourself means to look after your brain, your wellness, your happiness. And that always provokes a good vibration and positive vibration in your body about the rest of your life. Okay. So now that our brains are ticking, let's do very quickly now another brain dump. And if you have the old one, the one that we did on the first session, just take it too, please. If you don't, no worries, it's okay. You can actually press pause right now and go and find your brain dump from the first session. So we're going to do just 2 full minute brain dump. Okay, we will do it in the same way that we did it the first time. It's just a stream of conscious style. So meaning like anything that comes into your mind, you will write it down just with bullet points, anything as usual, just whatever comes to your mind right now, whatever is in your mind. If you just close your eyes and say, what am I thinking? Just put it down, just write that down. Okay, no prompts, no questions, just to make you think about something specific, just whatever is on your mind at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press a start on my own chronometer on my phone. You can start, let's see, you can start writing your thoughts now. That is almost 1 minute. You have another minute to go. Okay. Another 20 seconds. Okay, so time is up now. And obviously, if you are doing it going forward, which I very much recommended, you can do at least 10 minutes each brain dump. Okay, that's probably an easy and effective amount of time to declutter your brain and observe your thoughts on a paper. Okay, 10 minutes is more than enough. If you want to carry on just like decluttering your mind, clearing your mind in this way. You can do journaling as well. I will talk about journaling in another moment. I'm sending you journaling prompts in every one of my homework every week, which is a different way to put your thoughts in a paper. But right now it's just a brain dump. So if you have your first brain dump, just take it and pop it next to this one that you just done. And what we're going to do is just to do a cross-reference. So let's see if you have any repeated thoughts or worries in both of them, like you're thinking about the same thing. And maybe you let know in the chat, maybe in the video later, if you're actually watching the video. So let me know in the video if you find a repeat, or if you notice anything that is actually repeating. Okay, so it's basically to understand the difference between your mind, your state of mind, what you have learned, even unconsciously in the last 5 weeks. Okay, or if you notice any difference at all, like the themes or the subjects you're thinking about, or anything else you notice from doing this today, from the first one that you've done 5 weeks ago, just for yourself, for your self-awareness. Take 30 seconds, press pause on the video and take 30 seconds to actually think about what's the difference and how do you feel about that difference. Okay, there's no right or wrong here. Obviously, if you think that there's more positivism now and you're actually more in flow, that is a celebration. That is actually very good news. If you are exactly the same place, that is okay as well. Like you might have a moment right now that you are in that kind of like block space, and that is okay as well. Just accept and be self-aware of why you having your thoughts right now. So the repeats might be needing your attention. If you see some of them, there might be particular worries or a specific behavior pattern, like my mind is busy with a to-do list always, or I'm always worried about something. I'm always worried about the future. I'm always worried about, how I'm going to perform at work, if I'm going to meet the target. So just be mindful of these common things that you have in both brain dumps. And if you feel your brain dump is more positive than the last one, seems like you're doing a good job at calming your inner critic, the one that is not you and is not true. You are, getting there to know how to make them silent, basically, to calm it. So what I want you to now to do with this brain dump is to choose 3 things that really attract your eyes to, something that really attracts your attention right now. So have a look on your paper, you know, with all your thoughts, and choose 3 things that's like, you know, these are like standing out the way. And as we did the first time, think if they are within your control or outside your control, okay? If you can't do or you cannot do anything about it. And again, this is just for your self-awareness, to understand if the majority of your thoughts or the most important of your thoughts are actually within your control or totally outside the control. And you can act upon this, depending on what the result is, okay? And maybe even you kind of spot your inner critic there. Remember how you name it? Mine was Gollum. My friend's was Bob the douchebag. I really, really want to encourage you to keep naming your inner critic, so you know when you say the name that is not you and it's not true. And it's easy to speak to someone else about, no, that is not true, instead of just saying to yourself, that is not true inside of your mind, okay? Just externalize those thoughts, give a name, and just say, no, it's not true, okay? So this exercise is done. If you have any thought or comments, you can send me an email or a WhatsApp, or just write any comments on the video, okay? So what I want to teach you right now is a beautiful practice. It's the kind of like mindfulness practice that you can do daily for a week, and actually can become extremely powerful in terms of the amazing positive vibrations that it's going to give you, okay? It's part of the self-care series, and it's called the Gratitude Body Scan. And normally it's nice to practice in the shower, so you don't have to set aside any time extra during the day. So if you have a daily shower, of course, you can actually have it every day in the shower. So you start scanning all areas of your body, starting from your feet, and say something you are grateful for and why are you grateful. It is very important that when expressing gratitude, say why are you grateful. It's not the same to say, thanks for my mom, but thanks for my mom because she looks after me, and she gave me birth to this wonderful world, okay? Makes more sense in your mind, and it's much more powerful when you actually say it aloud. So I'll give you a few samples. So if I'm in the shower and I concentrate, I'll be very mindful, and I start, thanks for my feet that are walking me to amazing places. Thank you, legs, for being so strong and, stay up all day and to be able to fulfill my lifestyle, which is moving a lot around. Thank you, stomach, for being able to eat amazing food. I love eating because you're actually digesting it, and I feel great. And thank you for my hands, because allowed me to hold my daughter's hands and to touch her skin. And you go through to the arms, your fingers, your chest, maybe your breast, because you were able to breastfeed, your back, because allowed you to standing up, your eyes to see the beautiful that surrounds you, your mouth, because you can kiss your children or your partner, your ears, your nose, etc., etc. So you go scan all the part of your body that you feel that you love and you feel grateful for, and you say, why are you so grateful that they do belong to you and they give you that service every single day. And each body part that you do, put your hands in there, okay? Try to just, put your hand in there so you can touch it. And if you don't really love a certain part of your body, just say, thank you, instead of just, I love you. That's when the gratitude comes in. For me, I have to pause, basically, like when I go into my fights, because I never like them. And it actually gives me like a very bad vibration. Instead of being very proud of everything else, I decide to just concentrate on my fight, and that is giving me a bad feeling. So I need to be particularly conscious about being calm and nice and grateful and in acceptance with that part of my body, because it's just one part of my body that I'm not totally in love with. And I don't want that to spoil how great I feel about the rest and the service that is given me. Okay. So think about when are you going to practice first, and maybe if you want to write it down on your log or on your brain dump or in your log, in your self-care calendar, maybe you can actually say, I'm going to do a body scan, gratitude body scan tonight. Okay. So now we're going to be looking at procrastination, which is a massive part of most people's lives. It certainly is a massive part of my life. And I'm going to teach you first a mindful trick, a technique to get on with your task easily. But also I will teach you the root of understanding procrastination and self-sabotage, which is very similar, from the NLP point of view, okay, neuro-linguistic programming point of view. So procrastination is linked with limiting beliefs, and we know all about limiting beliefs right now about ourselves. Those limiting beliefs that get in our way and stop us to be effective and to do what we want to do in our goals, in our life. So if you're telling yourself things like, I'm lazy, that's why I can't do anything, I'm just not good enough, I'm a failure, or I never finish anything anyway, I cannot cope with this. So maybe your imposter syndrome is showing up and telling you, you don't really know what you're doing. That's why you don't carry on. You're actually a fake. You know, you think you know, people think you know, but you actually know that you have no idea on how to do that job. And that imposter syndrome, for instance, is a huge limiting belief that leads always to procrastination. It always goes into procrastination. You know why? But fear of failure, basically, as we spoke in a session ago. So you procrastinate, you stop doing what you need to do because you have fear of failure, okay? You avoid the task. So if you're someone who procrastinates a lot and you don't really know why, I really encourage you to think back to that core belief work that we did a couple of sessions ago, and really try to discover what's behind your procrastination. What are you thinking when you avoid doing the job you need to do? What is your mind telling you? Think about it. What is your mind telling you when you start doing the washing up instead of writing your dissertation, which is very important, or writing your web page? Okay, why are you cleaning the floor instead of doing that? And then look back at the evidence pack. Remember, we search for an evidence pack to support that limiting belief. We look into our past and we find events in our life to support that limiting belief, like I'm not good enough because this and this and this and this and this that happened in my life before. So what you're going to do now is, once you know which limiting belief is stopping you to do your task, is making you procrastinate, work on the success stories. Remember, the evidence pack of success stories to prove that that limiting belief is wrong. And you have so many events that prove it wrong. And also you can work on rewriting, remember, and reframing that belief. We've done it before. Go back into those videos maybe and remember how to do that, okay? Because procrastination normally gets fueled by limiting beliefs and self-sabotage. So if you actually work on those limiting beliefs and understand how to block them from you, keep disturbing you, you kind of start procrastinating. So how do we do a stop limiting beliefs and self-sabotage? How do we stop them to block our goals in any way? So we can actually act in a way that do not support them. Okay, what do I mean by that? So this is a kind of like a tricky thing that it works for many type of situations, not for all of them, but many type of situations. So in here, meaning that an action comes before the motivation of doing that action. Okay, let me explain this. It's a little trick that you can use. So you must take action in the first 5 seconds of you having the thought that you're going to do something, like starting to study, or starting to write the content of your web page, or starting to write your dissertation. You're on the chapter 5 of your dissertation, or going to the gym. Like within 5 seconds of that thought saying, I want to do this, I need to do this, you need to be taking action. No thinking, no motivation, no emotions, just jump and start doing it. Okay, it's kind of like an automatic resort to just jump and start doing it. And why 5 seconds? Because your inner critic is also waiting there, ready to jump all over your mind, giving you the most amazing excuses and ideas on how not to do what you really want to do. Let's say you have a look at your self-care calendar, okay, and realize you have done nothing today of what you committed to do, what you've written down on your list. Imagine you say you were going to go for a walk 10 minutes today. So you say, oh my God, okay, it's 8 o'clock in the evening, but actually I could still do those 10-minute walk to get some fresh air. And really after that, I can go straight to bed because I really need an early night today. So, I could just do that. But if you don't really literally stand up and start walking towards the door, or maybe start putting your shoes, within 5 seconds, your inner critic will show up in the form of, it's too late, tomorrow will be another day, it's so cold outside, you will not feel bad just for one day, come on, it's not that important anyway, tomorrow will be another day, tomorrow you'll do your yoga class, 7 o'clock in the morning, you'll see. You just need to rest now. What are you going to do at 8 o'clock in the evening anyway? Just go to bed. No, you need to rest. Just go to bed. And then you don't go for a walk. And if you don't act, your inner critic will self-sabotage your thoughts and convince you to stay because it's too late. Okay? But after that, you will end up scrolling down on your phone for hours, maybe watching Netflix instead of going to sleep early. And then the inner critic will be backed by a judging message. You see, you have no self-control. You don't respect your boundaries. Why are you taking the time of doing that calendar if you know you will not respect it anyway? You're lazy and you have no self-control. Okay, that resonates with you maybe, right? Okay, so something that can happen as well is you can also lose all your motivation halfway putting on your shoes, but you are already active, you're in motion, and with loads more probabilities to really get out of the house and take that walk. Your shoes are already on, you're almost done. You need to trick yourself within those 5 seconds, and it's so work. It's really unbelievable. Sometimes I'm even halfway up the door and I'm wondering, how in the hell have I get here? Because what I really want to do is just do online shopping because Black Friday is coming, right? So just by trying to do this, just by using the 5 seconds act, we are actually speaking to ourselves in a deeper level. We are supporting our self-compassion. We are supporting our higher selves. We are supporting our higher goals, keeping our boundaries with ourselves. And all of this work that we are doing here around personal development, that can be really heavy, and the healing can be really intense. I always encourage trying to do with innovation, okay? Try technique that you never tried before. Try it at 5 seconds and maybe introduce humor and definitely compassion, okay? Definitely self-compassion. The humor is amazing to actually trick your brain. You know, have a joke about the way that you're going to go walking and just trick your brain, and the inner critic will don't know what to keep saying, and then you just can carry on with your activity. Okay. If you have any question about this technique, you can send me an email. You can leave it on the comments in this replay video on the YouTube channel. Okay. So what we're going to do now, as I already said, is we're going to look into procrastination from the NLP point of view. So we have spoken about self-sabotage in the past, remember, linked with limiting beliefs, which actually basically happens when we take the decision to do something against our objective. Okay, so to self-sabotage ourselves is to do something or not do something that is not going to allow us to carry on working in our goal or objective. It's a natural body and mind reaction to something we don't actually want to do. Okay, we don't self-sabotage in something we're dying to do. You know, I'm dying to eat a piece of cake. I don't self-sabotage myself when I stop doing that. Okay. I'm dying to go sailing in the next 5 minutes. My friends are downstairs waiting for me. I don't self-sabotage myself not going to sail because I really want to do it. I self-sabotage myself when I don't really want to do something, when I don't feel super motivated to do something. And this reaction is actually caused by the lack of alignment between our objective. Let's find a very simple one. Go to the gym, and the mental image we have about going to the gym. Okay, remember, a thought and a mental image. So we have thoughts, go to the gym, that cause you vibration in your body and emotion, because the image we have is good or bad. So if my image about going to the gym is like, oh my God, it's so far from home, I need to take the metro or drive the car for 15 minutes. And you know what? It's so cold. That is so, oh my God, I need to go out. And I hate everybody there because everybody looks amazing with those incredible leggings and colors and, you know, the perfect makeup and hair. And I look just so chubby and horrible. So that's a mental image I have about my thought. I go to the gym. So obviously the vibration in my body is like, oh, I don't really want to go. Okay, do you see the whole chain? So for instance, if you want to ask yourself, why I never managed to go to the gym daily, I'm self-sabotaging myself. Why don't I go to the gym daily? Actually, did you like going to the gym? No, I don't. It's not something that I love doing it. So what happened here is basically your mind is protecting you from something he knows you don't want to do. Okay, remember that our brain, our mind is here to save us, to keep us safe, not to keep us happy, to keep us safe. And whatever our mind thinks is going to kill us, like something we don't like to do, that something is giving us a bad vibration in our body, your mind will stop us to do it, right? So that vibration in our body, that negative vibration is exactly the same negative vibration like if I am, you know, in front of a real danger, something that can actually kill myself. I'll have the same negative vibration. Our brain does not distinguish that. So it's trying to keep me safe for something I don't like, which is going to the gym, because my mental representation is actually giving me really bad vibrations. So there are several explanations to our tendency to procrastinate. And by knowing them, by being self-aware of what makes us procrastinate, you can start making the right adjustments to stop that, right? So normally, and a very important one is because your objective is not well defined. Let me expand on this. Why do we choose to do many other random things instead of what we need to do? Okay, I need to research online for my next project, right? But instead of that, I find mega urgently to go and do the washing up. Okay. Why? Because any stimulus that creates more dopamine in my brain than my objective, go and research on internet for my project, makes me abandon my objective, because by doing the washing up, I'm actually creating more dopamine in my brain because it's like an automatic activity and it just does cost me nothing to do it. So that gives me more happiness than having to go into internet and research for my next project. Okay, so I abandon my objective and basically I procrastinate. I stop doing what I need to do. If that makes sense. So maybe I don't have a clear idea about what I want. Why do I want that? What am I going to do with that goal that I'm trying to achieve? How do I picture myself when I achieve that goal? How I'm going to feel by achieving that? So if your objective, your idea is not crystal clear, you will procrastinate because anything else will make you produce more dopamine. If you feel unsure about something that you are trying to do, you will procrastinate because it's very difficult to focus and concentrate on doing something you're not clear about. You don't need to like the steps to get there, but you need to be very clear about how to get there, okay? Actually, your project, if it's not very well defined, can give you a huge amount of stress and stress hormones like cortisol. So you can even end up totally abandoning an amazing first draft of an idea or goal that you want to do just because you didn't work enough on it. You didn't define it. You didn't visualize it in the way that you need to do it. We do that all the time in one-to-one coaching. I always say that it takes me even 2 sessions to actually work through the goal of my clients. So this is not to be taken lightly. This is super important for you to stop procrastinating. And it takes time. And it takes effort, even more if you're doing it on your own. But it's the only way that you can stop procrastinating. So if the process to your goal is challenging and you don't have enough motivation to go with it, this is again when all distractions and all self-sabotages will appear. So again, the motivation here is very important for you to carry on till the end of the process. I hope that makes sense to you. So it's not that you need to love the process to achieve the goal, okay? Is that the goal needs to be crystal clear, well-defined, organized, planned, and visualized in your head to make it easier for you to go there and achieve it. So as I said, all this self-sabotage and procrastination can be stopped by working first in your objective and the process to get there. And this must be aligned with your mission. So working on your motivation and strategy is super important because you will not lose faith and enthusiasm in the middle of the process. Okay. So if you think, imagine you're in another situation, you think you have a very clear goal, you've been working on it, you are one of my clients, we've been working like super clear for 2 sessions, you have the whole visualization where you're going to be in the next 5 years, how you're going to feel, how it's going to affect your life. Your motivation is there because it's just so clear, the benefits, the goal, the winning is so clear for you, and you still self-sabotage and you're still procrastinating. This is a red flag from our brain to ourselves, telling you that something is going on here, right? Because you think that, I have so clear in my mind, I really know what I want to do, and I want to become this thing, and I know how I'm going to do it, and this is going to be amazing, and this is going to be like the solution for everything, and we're going to be so happy. And then you keep procrastinating. So stop, ground yourself, and revise that goal and that plan again. You might be very surprised of all the things that can show up. Maybe it's not a right goal for you, even if you have it so clear in your mind, but maybe it's just not the right thing for you to do. Maybe it's something else. So go back again into that plan and see what's showing up in your mind. Okay. What do you think about this? That sounds interesting. It's super interesting, I have to say, but feel free to, again, send me a WhatsApp, send me an email, write down on the comments here on the video. Okay. So what I want to show you now, I'm not going to go too much in detail because we need to do a hypnotic practice that are going to take us quite a bit, but I want to show you something that is called the Get Stuff Done tool. Okay. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing my my screen so I can actually get it, and I think I have it here. Okay, it should be here. I hope you can see it. And it's basically a very nice tool to help you prioritize your to-do list, manage your time, and stop procrastinating, right? So I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's actually quite intense, a bit long, but it's very, very useful. You actually divide your daily life into grids of time, like 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes or maybe 20-minute grids, and then you write down the tasks you want to do on those grids. Like, so you have your 10-minute grids, which is basically your emails, even your free time, because you need some free time in here, cleaning, or then you have your 15 ones with any type of assignment, or you have the 20-minute ones when you say, you know what, I'm just going to tidy up the kitchen or something like that. So so this is the way that you're going to be doing. You have some handy hints in here, and then you will have, again, a really cool stuff for you to do on your to-do list. So actually all the things that they need to get done. It's very important actually for you to go and have a look on your high priority or your medium priority or your low priority. So here you have the to-do list, and even if you need to know the time you need for this task, so you can actually put it on the grid. And then you have as well here, let me see if you can actually go around a little bit so you can see it. You have the task to get done, and then each box represents the number of minutes you want to do. This is very, very, very precise actually. And yes, so basically you have another get stuff done grid and another one. So just giving you some options. Let's see this one in here as well. Just give you some options that you can print them out and you can use them like this, and then just use them for you to whatever it feels like you like the most. Okay, good. I hope you actually like that. And what we're going to do now, we are going to we're going to do this hypnotic practice. So this is a recorded and also a group exercise. I won't be able to ask you questions about your sensations during the practice, and to be able to work with your submodalities, which is what we do in NLP, okay? The submodalities are your sensations and your visualizations, okay? Your kinesthetic sensations, the negative and the positive ones, the colors, the textures that we reduce and we enhance depending on the exercise we're doing it. This is a guided hypnosis and hypnotherapy technique based on the NLP technique called the swish pattern. And I'm going to teach you how you can prepare yourself with the right attitude to situations that maybe in the past have caused you a degree of anxiety. So this technique has been adapted to be used as a self-coaching technique. So for you to play it anytime you like, but normally we use it in the one-to-one coaching sessions, okay? But you can use it as a self-coaching technique anytime. I want you to think about a situation that normally gives you anxiety responses, going to a crowded restaurant, or maybe seeing a dog in the fall, or any situation that triggers your anxiety. Okay, just think about it for a few seconds. Play pause in the video if you want to even. And I want you to go ahead and get in a comfortable position. I think it's better if you make sure that your neck and your back are fully supported. You know that you are in a safe space, and no matter where this journey takes us, know that at the end we are going to come back to a beautiful space of peace and relaxation and women empowerment. Okay, so let's start. Please close your eyes and start getting into a relaxed state. Just by hearing my voice, you start letting all tension out of your body and start fully relaxing and ready to enjoy a beautiful journey into your unconscious mind. And so as we choose to go today into light state of hypnotic trance, just start with a few deep breaths. Relaxing your body and letting your mind to start drifting down like a river. Letting go all tension and letting your thoughts to drift, and letting the images that appear in your mind not to go too fast, not to go too slow, just the right speed for you. And with your breathing, you start getting into a deeper and deeper relaxation state. Feel how heavy your arms are, how heavy your eyelids. Relax your face, your neck. Let go all tension and immerse yourself into a deep state of relaxation. Smoothly sinking and sinking and sinking into a place where your unconscious mind can give you all the answers you need. You feel free and healed, at peace. Let your beautiful mind to take you to her secret space of healing and calm. And now that you are in that safe space of calmness, I would like you to think of a situation, something maybe that is going to happen soon, in which you do feel a little nervous. You feel uneasy and maybe a bit anxious. And as long as you have that situation in your mind's eye, I would like for you to say aloud the word ready. That's good. Now I want you to create 2 pictures in your mind. The first picture, we're going to call it the moment of anxiety. And this picture is like a description of you going into that anxiety situation where you expect to feel nervous, anxious. And I would like for you to make this picture as detailed as possible. I want you to imagine the room you are in with all the details. I want you to notice the colors of the room, the shape of the room, and all the people around you, if there are any people there, how they look like. Do you know them? Or perhaps there will be new people you have yet to meet. Now notice the furniture and the objects, the decoration, maybe the sounds. Can you hear anything? Notice how the people sound there. And like a picture that you take through your eyes, make this room now full of color and brilliantly lit with a lot of light, so much light and color that when you use Photoshop and you just brighten up the picture, and when you have done that and you're satisfied with the picture, I want you to say aloud the word ready. That's good. And I want you to put that picture to one side for now, as we will come back to it in a minute. Now I will allow you to create another picture in your imagination. We will call this picture the moment of achievement. And I want you to make this picture in your mind with you as the main actress of the situation and looking really, really good yourself. You look calm, confident, proud, happy, satisfied, so confident, beautiful. However you would like to feel when you know you achieve exactly what you wanted to achieve. And however you would like to see yourself. Because this is your moment of success. Your moment where all your positive changes has happened. All has happened exactly as you would like them to happen. You feel wonderful. You feel good. And I really want you to look at your face and register that feeling in your face. Your beautiful smile. the shine in your eyes, your posture, how you hold yourself. Can you hear anything? Is there any words coming your way? Can you hear any laugh? Make sure that you reflect all of that in this picture. Have to be as detailed as possible. It's your moment of total achievement and pride. Where are you? How's the background of the room? The furniture, the walls. How's the decoration? And have a look at your face again. How you're reflecting all this amazing success of yourself. You know you have done your very best and you feel incredibly good and proud. It's written all over your face. And when you see that picture in your mind, your picture of success, so clear in your mind, I want you to say the word ready. Good. Now, I would like you to bring both pictures into your mind in the following way. The first picture, which we called the moment of anxiety, the one that you made in full color and brilliantly lit, I want you to fill your entire mind with that photograph, with that picture. Fill the entire frame of your imagination with this picture. It's big, it's clear, it's bright, and occupies all the space in your brain. That moment of anxiety is all you see in your brain right now. And now I want you to imagine that there is another small little picture tucked into a corner of the frame of the large picture. It is the small moment of achievement, and it's in black and white. It's a small picture of your moment of achievement in black and white. A small in the little corner of the big picture of your anxiety moment. I want you to make sure you see the first picture of anxiety in full color and occupying the entire frame of your imagination. And to clearly see the second picture in one of the corners of the frame, the moment of achievement in black and white. I want you to clearly see in your brain the two pictures in that way right now. Ensure you see both pictures right now in your brain. The big one is the moment of anxiety, full of color. The tiny one in a corner is the moment of achievement in black and white. And when you see them clearly in your mind, just say aloud the word ready. Excellent. Now in a moment, when I say the word now, and I snap my fingers, I want you to swish those pictures over. So the small black and white photograph becomes the large picture and fills your entire mind, your entire frame, and becomes full of color, brilliant colors, a lot of light everywhere. And the large picture of the moment of anxiety will start shrinking and shrinking and shrinking down and become a small black and white picture tucked away in the corner. So you swish the pictures. The moment of achievement becomes big and bright and beautiful. And the moment of anxiety becomes small and black and white. So I say the word now and snap my fingers and you will swish them over. Now, swish them. Allow yourself to see and experience yourself in that moment of achievement. Allow yourself to completely enjoy those feelings that you can see on your face in that large picture of the moment of achievement. I want you to fully associate yourself to that moment. Enjoy the moment of bright colors, your face, your success. And now I want you to fully clear your mind and reset. I want you to think about something else, your favorite food. Something to reset your mind right now. What is your favorite food? Can you think about it? And now that your mind is clear again, I want you to bring back the same pictures that when we started. The picture of the moment of anxiety, clear, bright with colors, filling your entire mind. And the moment of achievement has become again the small black and white picture in the corner of the frame of the big one. And we're going to repeat the process again. And when I say the word now, and it's not my fingers, you will swish the pictures. So the moment of anxiety will shrink and become small and black and white. And the moment of achievement will become full of colors and beautiful and big and exciting, occupying your entire mind. Now, swish. Fully associate yourself with that moment of achievement. I want you to see the picture from inside the image. You are inside of the image. You are associated with the image. You're just not looking from outside. You're part of that amazing situation, that moment. You are those feelings of accomplishment and pride, success, confidence, happiness, security. You are there. Enjoy it. And when you're done, once again, clear those pictures from your mind. Like when you erase the whiteboard with a cloth, just think about something else. Think about your favorite restaurant in town. Can you picture, can you imagine, can you see your favorite restaurant in town right now? And now that your mind is clear, I want you to do the same exercise again. Bring back the picture of the moment of anxiety, clear, bright with colors, filling your entire mind. And bring back the moment of achievement, small, in black and white, in a corner of the frame of the big picture of anxiety. And when I say the word now, and I snap my fingers, you will swish the pictures again. So the moment of anxiety will become small and black and white. And the moment of achievement will become full of color and beautiful and big and exciting and will occupy your entire mind. And you're going to do that now. Swish. Enjoy that big, bright, amazing, full of colors moment of achievement, success. I want you to see yourself again, looking so happy and proud. You achieved exactly what you wanted to achieve. You've done it. You are there. You've done it. You make all the changes. You create exactly what you wanted to create. You've done it. You are so successful. You are so happy. Look at your face. Enjoy that. And once again, let's clear those pictures away from your mind. Let's erase your brain with a cloth. You're cleaning those pictures like if you were on a board. And think about a flower, your favorite flower. Any flower that comes to your mind. Now that your mind is clear, we're going to do this exercise again, several times, but very fast. And every time that I say now, and I snap my fingers, you're going to swish the pictures again. So remember, you need to bring the moment of anxiety, bright and big, and the moment of achievement, small and dull, in a corner, and swish them. Feel that amazing moment of achievement. And once you're done, you clear your mind and you're ready to start again. So when you're ready, bring your picture of anxiety back into your mind, bright and big, the small one in the corner, and now switch. Swish them over. Feel that amazing movement of achievement. And now stop. Clear your mind. Think about star. Bring again the moment of anxiety, bright and big in your mind, and the small and dull of achievement in the corner. And now, swish them again. Feel the amazing movement of achievement. Feel how happy you are. Feel that success in your brain, in your body, in your bones. Look at your face, how amazing you're feeling right now. And now clear your mind. Think about your most favorite beach of yours. Name the most beautiful beach you ever been into. Clear your mind. And now it's time to bring back that anxiety image again. Now that you have both pictures very clear in your mind, like a movie, now swish them again. And keep feeling the success, the bright colors. Look at the bright colors, look at your face, look at the people that are with you. Enjoy that moment. Leave it to the form. And now clear your mind. And once you're done, when it feels good for you, you can open your eyes and come back to us. Okay. So this exercise is basically for you to notice that you cannot hold the first picture in your mind without the second one automatically taking over. And this is about training your brain, obviously. But when this happens, you will know that you have successfully reprogrammed your mind for success rather than failure. And you feel calm and confidence instead of anxiety. And if you can repeat in this exercise, you master the technique. And then you realize that calm and confidence is under your control. You just need to go back into this swish exercise, mindfully doing it, seriously doing it, repeatedly doing it. And you will be in control of your own calm and confident state. Okay? To be able to gain the right attitude, to be successful in many different situations in your life. So I hope you feel okay. I hope it works for you this time, but normally you need to watch and do this exercise a few times before you actually successfully reprogram your brain on how to start being in control of your own confidence, okay? But I really wanted to make you experience pure NLP, and I hope I was successful. So I haven't been able to show you the get stuff done tool one by one. So I'm showing you just a little bit, but I really haven't been able to explain you how to use it. So I'm going to be sending you that on email. And also a talk about Tim Urban and his technique on managing the time into blocks, okay? I will send you a link to a super funny text talk with Tim Urban about procrastination and how to use these blocks of timing. And it's really funny. I really, really want you to see it. And also I'm going to send you some journaling prompts about the values, which is, as you know, something super important in our life. And we will work on values in our next session. Actually, it's going to be the last one. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss you so much. And until then, you know where I am. So see you, and thank you very much.